Good evening, everyone, from Citizens Bank Park. Welcome to Phillies baseball, game one of a four-game series. The Phils and the New York Mets, who lead the National League East. Phils still have hopes for the wild card. The Mets pretty much have the Eastern Division wrapped up, but the Phils have a lot of teams to pass in that wild card chase. Harry Callis along with Chris Wheeler. Scott Graham and Larry Anderson will be along a little later. And Wheels, last year, the Mets got Carlos Beltran, a high-salaried free agent. He was a bit of a disappointment. Hadn't been a disappointment this year.
No, when you look at their team, Harry, you think all these players are having tremendous years for the Mets to have the kind of record they have, but none better than Carlos Beltran. He hit this extra inning home run off Ryan Madson early in the season, ended that marathon game. And Shea Stadium is a place where he really struggled last year, but he is having a tremendous season. Look where he's ranked in all these categories. 70 of those RBIs have come away from Shea Stadium, so he's still not that great there, but just an unbelievable year for him. The only major league player with 30 or more home runs and doubles. He's also hit 3 grand slam home runs. The guy's a switch hitter with power. He can run. He's a cheetah out there in the outfield. I mean, he can just run all over the place and catch balls. He's just a great player, and maybe he's an MVP this year.
Mets have the best record in the National League, and Wheels, what a difference a year makes.
Unbelievable what a difference a year makes in the division. And for the New York Mets, last year the division was really good. Look at all the teams that were over 500. In fact, they all were. Even the Mets at this point in the year, 7.5 out, but over 500. Now everybody's under 500 except the Mets, and they're just blowing the whole league away, and especially the National League East. So the New York Mets are just having a tremendous season. They're putting it all together. They're going to win the division. We'll see what happens to them in postseason, but the Phillies have to deal with them 7 more times starting here tonight, and the Phillies need wins.
And tonight, the Phils will have to deal with Pedro Martinez, 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He has the ball for the Mets. 22-year-old rookie Cole Hamels for the Phils. We'll have the starting lineups for tonight's game right after these messages. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. By Southwest Airlines, taking low fares farther. Visit southwest.com. By the all-new 2007 Toyota Camry, a smart way to keep moving forward. And by Independence Blue Cross. You deserve it. Everyone deserves it.
Low-fat cheese sandwiches on whole wheat bread. Chewy and good for you. Snacks high in calcium help build strong bones. And foods rich in fiber are good for your heart. So you have the power to dominate. Can your food do that? Run, throw, think, eat better. Find out more at smallstep.gov.
Need a local job? Need a better local job? You'll find it on WorkPhilly.com. WorkPhilly.com is a new employment website just for the greater Philadelphia area. WorkPhilly.com is free and easy to use. Search through job openings at Philadelphia's best companies. Or post your resume online and let employers find you. WorkPhilly.com. Log on and find your new job today.
You got 118 minutes to get this witness 16 blocks.
Yeah.
Now available on demand.
Where's your safe? You have a choice to make. The kid or your ex-partner. Ever since I've been with you, people been trying to shoot me. People you know.
Order it when you want.
I am your only friend out here. You don't even know me.
Watch it when you want. 16 blocks.
Hit movies without the trip to the video store. On demand with Comcast Digital Cable.
You're watching Comcast Sportsnet, your source for local sports. Due to timing constraints, we now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress.
Well, young Cole Hamels finally got out of the first inning, finally got Carlos Delgado, who Had a 14-pitch at bat and twice threw the lost handle of his bat. But he got him. And now let's check the Phillies starting lineup. Jimmy Rollins, shortstop, leads off. Shane Victorino, right field, bats second. Chase Utley, second base, hitting third. Ryan Howard, first base, bats fourth. David DeLucci, left field, batting fifth. Aaron Rowan, center field, hits sixth. Chris Coase, catching, batting seventh. Abraham Nunez at third base, hits eighth. Cole Hamels, a pitcher, batting ninth. Facing the veteran 34-year-old Pedro Martinez.
The 20th start this year for Pedro, leads the majors with a 198 opponent's average and is second in the National League with 9.2 strikeouts per nine. 9-4 with a 3.42 ERA overall. Southwest Airlines scouting report, fastball 91 to 95 is probably lower than that now. It's probably in the low 90s, high 80s. Good curveball. He'll throw a slider and a good changeup. He just knows how to pitch. Doesn't have the stuff he once had, but he's probably a smarter pitcher now than he was.
Doesn't throw as hard as he used to. He's won 3 Cy Young Awards, 97, 99, and 2000. Jimmy Rollins takes one down and in. Interesting that he had something to say to third baseman David Wright before Rollins stepped in there, because Rollins rarely, hardly ever, tries a push bunt to third base for a base hit. I mean, when he does bunt, it's usually of the drag variety.
And it's rare at that.
Lugging McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant tonight is Sarah Challingsworth of Easton, Pennsylvania. Phillies hit a home run this game. Sarah wins $100. One of the McDonald's. Oh, a high throw there. A high throw by Woodward, who tried to throw with his glove hand and put it over the head of Delgado, and we'll have to wait and see how they score. They're going to score a swinging bunt base hit for Jimmy Rollins. Phillies hit a home run this game. Sarah wins $100 to enter the McDonald's home run jackpot. Visit your participating McDonald's for an entry form.
And it was nothing else that Woodward could do is do or die, try and flip it out of the glove, but it kind of stayed in that webbing and ended up going over the head of Delgado.
Here is Shane Victorino hitting at .262. He's never faced Pedro Martinez. Interestingly, although Pedro opponents are batting just .198 against Martinez, best in the majors, this lineup collectively hitting .292 against Pedro Martinez.
Faced the Phils once earlier this year, back in May. Had a no decision.
There goes J-Roll. LeDuc, I don't know what that. He just didn't release from his hand. Threw it right straight down, and J-Roll picks up his 27th steal, and now Victorino will try to pull the ball and get him to third base.
He reached in his glove for the ball, but it was never there. It was like up in the webbing, and he reached in to like try and pop it into his bare hand. It never got to it.
Ball on the strike to Victorino. Rollins at second base. And he misses the curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Where Victorino's got to put the bat on the ball. You think trying to pull a pitch there was a slow breaking ball, and looking fastball, want to make sure he gets out in front, pull it, and got the breaking ball and just was out in front, period.
Ball skips away from LaDuca. Rollins holds his ground at second base. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lifetime against the Phillies, Pedro Martinez is 7-4. He has a 2.91 ERA. He has a winning record, but when you look at his career record, it's not all that great. His career numbers are mind-boggling. 206 and 88 lifetime. And a bad winning percentage. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, that's not going to move the runner. Shallow center field, and coming on is center fielder Beltran. He puts it away for out number 1. And we'll bring on Chase Utley.
Situations like that, though, you help Pedro out. You can't give him any help. You have to take advantage. They get the stolen bases. Rollins and Victorino up there with only one strike, could not pull the ball and get Rollins to third.
Utley's the 9th leading hitter in the league, hitting at .323. Leads the league in hits with 153 of them. Lifetime against Pedro, he's 4 for 14, and 2 of his 4 hits have been home runs. On the outside corner, 1 strike.
Chase Utley in the top 10 of a lot of categories offensively, including first in runs and hits.
Laces a foul down the first base side. In the early going, Pedro Martinez thrown a lot of change-ups and curveballs.
That's what he does a lot more of now than he used to.
Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Hamels with 23 pitches in the first inning.
Ground ball hit to right field. Rollins is going to score. Phillies jump to a 1-0 lead on the RBI single by Chase Utley. RBI number 75 for Chase.
Delgado, a decent first baseman. Defensively, not great, but that ball just looked like he didn't react real well to it.
Fairly hard hit by Chase.
No, it was hard hit. Watch Delgado here. Almost took a step to his left, or half a step to his left, and then back to his right. Came up short of reaching it.
Here's Ryan Howard hitting at .298, leads the league in homers 41, leads the league in RBIs 106. It's been all or nothing against Pedro. 1 for 6 lifetime against Pedro Martinez. It was a home run. Martinez has struck him out 4 times. I'm still waiting for that fastball, LA.
Yeah.
He's been throwing almost all curveballs and changeups.
He threw one to Utley off the plate before that breaking ball he got the base hit on, but that's been it.
1 ball and 1 strike. There's a fastball that gets away from Delgado, and Utley will move up to second base. Probably give the air to Pedro. They are going to give the air to Martinez. But now Utley's in scoring position. This is not the totally overpowering pitcher that he once was.
Utley might have kind of distracted Delgado going back there, getting in his way where he couldn't reach the ball.
When Pedro won his first Cy in '97, struck out 305 in 241 innings. In '99, when he won his second Cy, 313 strikeouts in 213 innings. And in 2000, 284 strikeouts in 217 innings. But he's not really the dominating strikeout pitcher that he once was. His last start, he struck out only 2. Got the win in that game, but punched out just 2. 2 balls and a strike to Ryan Howard. Line drive to right field, and it's a hit. Taken on 1 hop by Lasting's Millie. Utley had to hold up to make sure it would not be caught, so the Phillies have runners at first and third. with one out for David DeLucci.
I think that ball kind of fooled Millage a little bit. I thought the ball, when it was hit, he had a chance to catch it. Had to stop up and take it on a hop. You see where he starts to come in, but didn't get a good break on it coming in. 16 pitches for Pedro, 1 fastball, 8 changeups, 5 curveballs, and 2 sliders.
And here is David DeLucci hitting at .335, 10 homers. He's knocked in 29. David comes in with a .619 slugging percentage. That'd be 5th best in the league. Doesn't have enough plate appearances to be listed with the league leaders. And there's another breaking ball, 1 ball and no strikes. There was a fastball. Let's see how fast it was. No, it wasn't a fastball. It was only 80 miles an hour.
It's certainly not his fastball.
2 balls and no strikes. Well, he must not feel like he can throw his fastball, because he's not throwing it. He's thrown 1 this entire first inning. Three balls and no strikes to David DeLucci. Aaron Rowan waits on deck. Ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. Well, Pedro Martinez, that was his fastball, LA, and that, you know what the speed was on it?
86.
86. Just the second fastball he's thrown here in the first inning. And that is why he's not throwing the heater. He can't rush it up there. Bases loaded for Rowan. Aaron hitting at .260, 12 homers. He's knocked in 45. 1 for 2 lifetime against Pedro. It was a triple. Got that one over, 1 strike. There's his fastball at 85. Now he threw another fastball. I guess he decided they better start using that pitch, even though I'm not throwing it as hard as I used to.
22 pitches for Pedro. Been behind a lot, but now jumps in front of Rowan. 0-2.
Rowan is hit by a pitch for the 17th time this year, and that forces in a run. Utley comes in to score his 97th run.
Like LaDuca called for a slider away. He shook him off, went with the fastball in. Bases loaded, 0-2. You don't want to leave the ball on the plate, and sometimes that happens. The ball just ran right in on Aaron Rowan.
Well, a major struggle here for Pedro Martinez in the first inning. 2 runs across. Bases still loaded with 1 out. Plate umpire Bill Miller going out to speed up the conference. Peterson.
Randolph a little concerned with the way Pedro's throwing right now.
And it brings on Chris Coast, who's hitting at .340. On the inside corner, 0-1 to Coast. Bat. and hit the knob of his bat and fouls. No balls and 2 strikes to Chris Coast. Another fastball, but he's only thrown his fastball tops 86.
If Coast turns like Aaron Rowan does on a ball coming in, that ball's going to hit him in the shoulder.
Fouls it out of play. Still nothing in 2.
Fifteen first inning runs allowed by Pedro in his 20 starts this year.
Well, with the good ones, they say get him early, and the Phillies have put 2 on the board.
That fastball, he reached back for a little more. That was at 89.
The hardest one he has thrown here in the first inning. Balls and 2 strikes. Another fastball. Those great numbers with runners in scoring position. Just the 33-year-old rookie getting his first major league chance, and he's taking advantage of it. Beats a foul on a breaking ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's a balk.
Has been called on Pedro Martinez. So what else could happen to the future Hall of Famer?
Eric Cooper, first base umpire, called it. Pedro said, what I do? He said, you started and stopped.
Three runs are in now on the balk.
Jerry Davis, the crew chief, coming in to say something. Pedro shakes off, and then he starts, and then he stops. That is a balk. And people in the stands start yelling before the umpire did.
So one comes in on a bases loaded hit batsman. Another comes in on a balk. And there's another hit batsman. There's another hit batsman. That will reload the bases for Abraham Nunez.
30 pitches for Pedro, and you got to wonder how long you're going to go before they get somebody up. I know it's your ace, or I guess you consider him your ace. But he's a little flustered right now. That's why Carlos Delgado is in there talking to him. And hey, don't let this get away from you. That got Coast right in the elbow.
Now here's Nunez hitting only 175, but lifetime against Pedro, he has him in his book. He's 2 for 5 lifetime against Martinez with a home run. At third is DeLucci, at second Rowan, at first Coast. Still only 1 out, 3 runs across. Line drive hit to center field. It gets by Beltran and all the way back to the fence. 3 runs are going to score. Nunez is out at third base. But a bases clearing double Abraham Nunez. And the Phillies have jumped to a 6-0 lead here in the first inning.
Well, Beltran, he got over there, and that ball just skipped right by him. I think the ball hit the grass. It was a line shot, smoked by Nunez, and I don't think Beltran thought it was going to stay as low and shoot by or skip that hard off the ground or that fast, but it did.
Oh, they're going to get Beltran an error on that and take one of the RBIs away from Nunez, which I don't understand.
The ball skipped by him. It's not.
Yeah. give him a single.
I'd like to see one other ballpark in this country where they'd score it that way. Take something away from a hitter on a ball that didn't hit his glove.
Yeah, that's a very tough error. Here is Cole Hamels, who has been the recipient of these 6 runs. And he goes down swinging, but the Phils bat around and put 6 on the board on 4 hits, 1 error, nobody left. After 1, 6-0 Phils.
Be right back.
Thank you, baby.
Got a craving for Chicago? Fly Southwest Airlines nonstop from Philadelphia to Chicago Midway for just $99 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
At Geico.com, you can handle all your car insurance needs online. It's so easy, a caveman could do it.
Seriously, we apologize. We had no idea you guys were still around.
Yeah, next time maybe do a little research.
Gentlemen, are we ready to order?
I'll have the roast duck with the mango salsa. I don't have much of an appetite, thank you.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The Hyundai Challenge is on. Now is the best time to save thousands on the smart-sized Hyundai Santa Fe, winner of Auto Pacific's Best in Class for vehicle satisfaction. It beat all other midsize SUVs, including Ford Escape and Chevy Equinox. And it comes with America's best warranty. Rethink your next SUV and save big on Santa Fe at the Hyundai Challenge Summer Clearance. Get to your Hyundai dealer today for up to $4,000 cash back on Santa Fe. Get a new Santa Fe with up to $4,000 cash back or 0% APR for 60 months. Offer ends August 31st.
All kids get free backpacks at the Phillies game August 20th, courtesy ShopRite. Just in time for going back to school all day. Order now at Phillies.com or call 215-463-1000.
Well, after 1 inning, the Phils lead at 6-0. They did change that to a 3-run double for Nunez and no error on Beltran, so as I got it accurate. And joining us, L.A. is your 93 teammate, the Crucker, John Krug. How are you, Crucker?
Never thought you'd be to see this, would you?
Here is the Crucker. He's here for Citizens Bank Park and MasterCard. Citizens Bank and MasterCard. And you have been a busy guy today. I've heard you on radio and TV all day long. You've been working, pal.
Yeah, I'm on the little fantasy tour. It's a lot of fun, though, and for a good reason.
Oh, yeah, right.
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So you could throw out the first ball?
No,
I missed it. Did you bounce it?
No, I had to call him and tell him no. I can't throw a ball. So you see me down at fantasy camp. I can't throw a ball over 30
fantasy
feet.
Camp? I saw you when you were playing.
Well, it looks like Pedro might be finished for the night as the Mets get bullpen activity. Darren Oliver. Don't you wish Pedro threw like that when you were facing him, Crucker?
I don't ever recall fastballs topping out at 86 when he was pitching.
He didn't look right.
I bet they still hurt when they hit you, though.
Looped into shallow right. Victorino closes ground, makes it easily. That's one down as right goes down. That has to be a big boost, too, for Cole Hamels, the young 22-year-old out there, seeing a 6th spot up on the board for him. So what exactly are you doing for Citizens Bank and MasterCard today?
Well, it's new technology they have called PayPass, and what you do is when you go to concessionaires, they have these machines set up, these PayPass machines, and all it is tap and go. You don't have to swipe a credit card. You don't have to, you just tap it against this machine, and it rings it up, and you just go. It's done.
I know a couple of women in my life could have called me PayPal. It just come up, tap it, and go.
Great sliding catch, Aaron Rowan. Chris Woodward hit the ball on the nose, and Rowan with a great sliding catch for out number 2. That will be our Rico defensive play of the game as Aaron Rowan covers some ground out there in center field.
Just
kind
kept
of like
that,
you guys, old teammate, the dude, Dudich. Lenny
exactly
Dykstra.
like. I'll tell you what, dude would dive everywhere making catches.
See dudes in the investment business now, guys?
Stock tips. He calls me.
Does he?
Yeah.
How much money? I guess
is that why you're still doing these
I'm broke. Thank goodness I'm broke. Yeah, it was funny. He called me a couple weeks ago, and this is all he said.
Go ahead.
I answered the phone. Hello. And they thought I was the crazy one, and he hung up. Oh, man.
Tucker delivers it deep to left field, but DeLucci's going to put it away at the warning track, and that will be all. A 1-2-3 inning for Hamels. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the second. Phil's 6, New York Mets nothing.
Excuse me, that ATM just ate my card, and I have to be on a plane in an hour.
Let me see what I can do.
Miss?
Yes.
Just must have gotten a little jam.
Okay.
The car should be coming right out.
Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Have a nice trip.
I'd like to make a transfer, please. Hello?
They go all out for their community, all out for their neighbors, and all out for their fans. So watch the Phils give their all against the Nationals all weekend long. Friday and Saturday, August 18th and 19th at 7:05, and Sunday the 20th at 1:35 for the ShopRite Phillies back-to-school backpack. Order now.
Lance Crawford here with the Fantasy Fix draft tip. Now, many drafters fill out their roster in order, but remember, the value of a player is determined not by the number of points he scores, but how much he outscores his peers at the position. So your league's particular scoring system is very important in making these decisions. For more advice on how to score big in your draft, watch the Fantasy Fix Draft Day Special, August 31st at 4:30, then again at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Our thanks to John Kruk. It's 6-0. The Phils lead as we move to the bottom half of the second inning. And the Krucker is with us here. We'll entice him to stay for another half
trying to
inning
leave?
here.
Are you trying to leave on
I
it?
think like Pedro, I had a little balk.
So this is it for Pedro. Pedro pitches just 1 inning. Oliver appearing in his 35th game, 4-1, 2.03 ERA. Only 42 hits in 62 innings, 44 strikeouts, 18 walks. Opponents hitting just 190 against him.
You ever seen Pedro like that? That bad?
Nah, something's not right with him. Usually when he doesn't have his good fastball, he can still pitch his way out of it. But he had, I mean, I don't. There's got to be something wrong. I've never seen that. I don't know. Has he ever done that? 6 innings, 6 runs in the first inning?
I would rather doubt it. You know, he's on his way to the Hall of Fame. 3 Cy Youngs and multi-year All-Star. And
we've been there, Harry.
A winning percentage. How about his winning percentage? 206 and 88.
That'll work.
266 wins and 88 losses. Cole Hamels, the recipient of those runs, and the young man gets better and better with each start for the Phils.
What was great is that he gets the 6 runs in the first inning. Then he goes out and has a 1-2-3 with some help defensively with a 1-2-3 second inning, and that's huge. Phillies pitchers have had trouble keeping that other club down when they've scored some runs.
Doing a great job with baseball tonight, Krucker. We really enjoy watching it.
Oh, thank you, Harry. It's a lot of fun. It is. It's you know, just to watch baseball and realize that, you know, all you see is mostly highlights, and to realize that Albert Pujols does make outs with runners in scoring position when you don't ever think he does. And you know, having Larry Bow up there last year, I think he had a new perspective of the fact we sit up there and watch a game, and he goes, hey, my gosh, A-Rod makes outs. And I said, yeah, you don't have to pitch around him every time he comes up. But it is true. And you know, you realize that these guys are human. And you know, we just witnessed it tonight with, you know, when you think Pedro's unbeatable and he comes out and coughs up a 6 spot.
No, that's why Oliver's getting as much time as he wants because of a pitcher coming out due to injury. So Oliver's given all the time he needs or wants to get ready to start bottom of the second.
He just knew that the three of us needed to reminisce. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, plus, I mean, if L.A. was coming in, you know, 2 pitches and he's ready.
No, he'd still be walking in. That's a long walk.
That is a long one. I'd be stopping and catch my breath.
Yeah, I can see you scaling off that wall, too, trying to get down there. Do you have to? No, you Phillies don't have to walk down the steps, huh?
They have that little elevator thing I'd be taking.
Oh, man, are you that lazy?
Yeah.
Did
Not
you see
lazy, I'm just old.
You're 53.
Did you see your skipper, boys?
Who's that?
Did you see your skipper?
Who's
Jim
that?
Fregosi.
Is
Did
he
you
here
see
today?
him? Yeah, he's
No,
here
I didn't
tonight.
see him.
Yeah, he's
No.
scouting tonight.
I thought you meant Vuk. Didn't he manage when he was here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's into the game.
Jimmy.
Yeah, that's scouting.
Caught him at a perfect time.
That's a scout. That's, you know, all you kids out there who have aspirations of being a scout, get your rest. Sleep during the game, but make sure after.
Wake me when it's over. 2 balls and no strikes.
How do you figure that report's going to get called?
3 balls and no strikes.
You're not going to hear about it either.
I think he managed that way. So no, come on, Larry.
Borderline strike 3-1 to Jimmy Rollins. He got the inning going in the first inning, a 6-run first with a base hit. And Jay rolls aboard.
So what's the PayPal thing now? You just go to the machine, you hit a button, and it gives you the money?
Pay pass. No, you go get food. You know, hot dogs, whatever, cheesesteaks. I bought a bunch of cheesesteaks for people up there with mine today. And you get the food, and instead of giving them cash or giving them a credit card, you have to swipe and sign a paper. You just tap it, and it takes care of it, and you walk away with your food.
How does it know it's my money or
Because you have a lady on the cash register that rings up everything that you bought, and then you just, after she rings it all up, you tap it, and it registers, and you're gone. It's simple. I'll explain it to you when you have a couple days.
Is it like easy? Like, does it work like in a toll booth?
Sort of. Yes, it's like that. Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike here to Victorino.
I understand now, Harry, why you're a Hall of Famer.
What's that?
You've had to work with him for how many years? I mean, that's combat pay right there.
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Beats a foul on the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We'll talk more after the game.
So you think the Phillies still have a shot at this wild card, Crocker?
I do. You know, they're not a great team because their starting pitching is inconsistent, but you know, neither are any of the others. So why not?
Bounced up the middle, and that could be a double play. Reyes does turn it. 6-3 double play, 2 outs and no base runners. And they'll bring on Chase Utley.
So how long are you around for?
Well, actually, my wife and kids are on vacation right now, so I'm going to join them this evening. I'm going to drive to Ocean City, Maryland.
You sure they want you?
Not after today.
You better call.
No, not after they know I spent some time with you today. They might not want me down there. The old memories might come back.
Have a chance to watch this kid play the game, Crocker?
Harry, he's probably my favorite to watch. Him and Derek Jeter. I think they're similar. They play hard, and when, in my opinion, when your best player plays as hard as they do, the other guys, I don't care if they're stars or not, they fall in line. And I think that's, you know, no disrespect to Bobby Abreu, but Bobby wasn't that type of player that plays like Chase does, and that's why I think that why this team is different now without Bobby here. Bobby's still a great player, but
yeah, he's a very fine offensive player.
Yeah, but you know, there were times in the outfield he had lapses. There was times on the bases where you'd see him hit a grounder and he wouldn't run hard. And Jeter and this guy, you don't see that.
Utley goes down swinging. The ball gets through LaDuca, and that's what you're talking about. That's exactly what you're talking about. I mean, he reacted immediately, and once he busts down that line, LaDuca no chance. So it's a strikeout and either a pass ball or a wild pitch.
The thing that's hard for me to understand is how almost all the players don't play like that. And I don't get it.
I don't either. And and I've talked to players about it, and players have criticized me. Players, I mean, look at this. He knows automatically I need to get on base because the guy behind me is going to hit 60 homers this year. So, it's just the way the game's played. I've talked to players. I said, you don't understand the game. I play every day. Well, then apparently you need a day off if you're tired and you can't run 90 feet.
Howard pops a foul out of play. It's remarkable what this man Crucker has done in his sophomore year.
Yeah, and walking around the ballpark, they had people say, "Hey, we want you, we need you back." I'm like, man, where would I play?
Put you out in center field, Crucker.
Yeah. Well, you better have 2 fast ones on the flanks.
2 strikes to Ryan Howard.
You wonder if it's in the works, and you guys would know more than I because you're here every day around this team. If like Reyes and Wright for the Mets, if they're going to try to lock these 2 guys up long term, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Oh, I think they will try, yeah. Bouncing it up there, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, they've got, what, 4 years on Reyes and 6 now for David Wright. So, I mean, they're looking at those 2 guys as their nucleus.
Well, I think it's remarkable how Ryan Howard is. I mean, besides leading the league in homers and RBIs, usually you figure a power guy is going to be a 260, 270 hitter. He's in 300.
Yeah, that's what's impressive about him. He had an at-bat, I think, yesterday where he hit a single and drove in a run in the 9th inning or 10th.
Tied the game,
yeah. Yeah, that tied the game. And it wasn't an overswing. It was just, this is what needed to be done at this time to help us tie this game, and that's what he did.
He is rung up this time. John Kruk, great to see you. Thanks for dropping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I love both you guys. My favorites.
Take care.
All right.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left. After 2, Phil 6, Mets nothing.
They go all out for their community, all out for their neighbors, and all out for their fans. So watch the Phils give their all against the Nationals all weekend long. Friday and Saturday, August 18th and 19th at 7:05. And Sunday the 20th at 1:35 for the ShopRite Phillies back-to-school backpack. Order now.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
Tonight, we're having something that makes me very happy. A KFC build-your-own variety bucket. I got you crispy strips, you boneless honey barbecue wings, and you original recipe.
And that makes you happy?
That and you doing the dishes.
KFC's Build-Your-Own Variety Bucket. Choose any 3 of 6 KFC favorites, like original recipe, crispy strips, and regular or boneless honey barbecue wings. You choose any 3 for just $9.99. Give the people what they want at KFC. And for lunch, don't forget the 99-cent KFC snacker.
On December 17th, Range Rover Sport experienced rush hour 200 feet beneath Tokyo. See how at LandRoverUSA.com. Designed for the extraordinary, the Range Rover Sport by Land Rover.
Well, it's time now for the Dodge Stump the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan forum section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. Tonight's Dodge Stump the Fans trivia quiz. Which team originally drafted Roger Clemens? The answer and winner will be revealed in the 7th inning. Well, we go to the 3rd inning. Phillies on top by a score of 6-0. And joining us from the Police Athletic League, Sergeant Michael Faust. This is Pal Night here at Citizens Bank Park. Sergeant Faust, nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
How you doing?
You. Good, good.
This ball is ripped fair down the left field line and going into second base. Lasting's Millage with a stand-up double. Second hit surrendered by Cole Hamels. This is Pal Night here at Citizens Bank Park, Police Athletic League night.
This ball right down the line, just stays fair down into the corner. DeLucci looked like he was going to try and cut it off, and it just got by that cutout in the stands, went down into the corner. So Milligan with the stand-up double.
And Darren Oliver will bat for himself. And they need him to give him some innings after Pedro Martinez lasted just 1 inning. And he might be bunting here to try to get that runner to third. No, a full swing and a miss, 1 strike.
Well, Martinez at 1 inning outing, his second shortest of his career, threw 2/3 of an inning back in '95 against Houston. But this was the first time he'd given up 6 runs in the first inning in his career.
Oliver's 2 for 11 as a hitter. Big hack, no contact, nothing in 2.
So what were the events today? You guys had the softball game.
We did our meteor game today. It's one of our, I think it's like our 17th or 18th game, and the newspaper TV guys came out ahead again.
How does that happen all the time?
I don't know. They got that big guy, Marcus. He had some big balls.
Oliver goes down swinging. That's 1 down. Here was the Police Athletic League game. Bob Ford, the Inquirer. Tom McGinnis handles the Sixers play-by-play.
Wow. Pat Cherokee gave it up right there.
Yeah, but I think they wound up losing.
Check being presented to the Police Athletic League. And the Police Athletic League, Sergeant Faust has been in existence for many years here in Philadelphia, and it's always a great, great cause.
Well, we've been around now for, well, we're in our 60th year.
Right,
we've been partnered with the Phillies, with Pal Night the Phillies, for the last 28, and it's been a great relationship that we've had. And in fact, this year, the Phillies actually sponsored one of our centers down at the Six and Snyder, Fort Powell.
Bounced on the right side. Utley will throw out Reyes on the play. Millage moves up to third base, and with 2 outs, it'll bring up Paul Loduca.
Now, you've been with Powell, signed a Powell for the last couple of years?
I've been with Powell now for about 3 years. It's been a great assignment. I got about 18 on total. It's one of those units that you just want to be part of. It's great to see the kids. You see what the officers do for them on a daily basis. You see how they've grown and where they go, and how many just continue to come back to PAL after they've left. And we take kids from the ages of 6 to 18. So even after 18, you'll see them come back and be part of PAL. It's great to see.
I think that's the greatest testament. You see the kids go through and come back, you know, and that says something.
Right, it's been an awesome program. It really has, and if it wasn't, it wouldn't be around for as long as it is.
Right.
And it'll continue to go on.
Kids have fun playing sports and also learn to grow in their formative years.
We do it all. Although we have the athletic title, it's still under Police Athletic League. We do much more than that. We do education programs. We get them through the door at the athletic end, and we probably do more for them once they get in through education.
Right.
We sponsor, we have a great group of sponsors who provide scholarships to a lot of the kids that go through PAL, so we've been able to help them go get their education, continue their education to college.
Rounded sharply, but Utley backhands, throws him out. Inning over. So Hamill survives a leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And at the end of 2.5, it's 6-0 Phils.
There's no drive like a BMW, and no coverage like BMW Ultimate Service, with more no-cost maintenance than any vehicle in its class. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Take a crash course in togetherness when the Phils host the Braves for the final time, September 1st, Saturday the 2nd for a split day-night doubleheader, and Sunday the 3rd. Order tickets now.
Lance Crawford here with the Fantasy Fix draft tip. Now, between picks is a good time to think about trades. If your big sleeper might be picked before your next turn, think about trading your next 2 picks for a higher pick, or maybe fix a mistake you've already made by trading that player on draft day. For more advice on how to score big in your draft, watch the Fantasy Fix Draft Day Special, August 31st at 4:30, then again at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by McDonald's. Many drive-thrus open 24 hours. By Chevy, America's #1 brand, America's #1 value. Compare for yourself at ChevyShowcase.com. By Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. Call 1-800-JEFF now. And by Honda. See your Honda dealer and discover the great values now being offered. Leading off for the Phils will be David DeLucci. Phils leading 6-0. Darren Oliver in his second inning in relief of Pedro Martinez. On 1-1 strike to DeLucci. Bounce foul. One and two to count to DeLucci. He walked in that 6-run first inning off Pedro Martinez. Hammers it to deep left field, and this ball is out of here. Opposite field home run, David DeLucci. Number 11 for DeLucci. And the Phillies now lead it 7-0.
A lot of home runs hit over the weekend, even though it was a little cooler, but I thought the ball would carry more. Now that it's heated up, the wind's blowing out a little bit more, and that ball just jumped off DeLucci's bat. Michael Tucker started to head that way and just stopped and just watched it go out.
And the lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant, Sarah Challingsworth of Easton, Pennsylvania, winning $100 on DeLucci's home run. Aaron Rowan was hit by a pitch ball his first time up. In so doing, he forced in a run, 1 strike. Bases were loaded at the time. 17th time he's been hit by a pitch ball. His club record is 19 times, held by Dave Hollins back in '92. One ball and 1 strike. Two balls and a strike. Popped him up. Out in front of the plate. DeLuca is off with a mask and makes the catch right in front of the plate. 1 down. LaDuca. Paul LaDuca making the play. 1 away.
There's David DeLucci, his 30th RBI, 11th home run. He has really turned it on, especially since he's been playing every day, or on a much more regular basis anyway.
Here's Chris Coast. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Pedro Martinez just did not have it tonight. Surrendering 6 runs in the first inning as the Phillies batted around. 1 ball and 1 strike to Coast. Two balls and a strike. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, Detroit all over the Red Sox at Fenway, 5-0. That's Josh Beckett taking the brunt of that punishment for Boston. Foul down the first base side, 2-2. Beckett 3 innings, 3 walks, 4 hits, 5 earned runs. Tigers with the winningest record in baseball and baseball's best ERA, 3.69. Coming into play, the Mets had the best National League ERA. Their team ERA 3.97. And will go up tonight with that 6th spot in the first inning. Popped him up. Second baseman Woodward squeezes it for out number 2, and it'll bring on Abraham Nunez, who got a big hit in the first inning. Well, this Thursday is our final Citizens Bank Business Person Special of the year as the Mets come for their final game of the series at 1:05, and all fans will get a full-color print featuring Phillies All-Star closer Tom Flash Gordon. That'll be Thursday at 1:05. Order your tickets 215-463-1000 or online at Phillies.com.
You're right. Nunez did get a big hit in that first inning. A bullet to left center. Beltran, look, he should have had it. He should have cut the ball off. Was not able to.
When David Bell was traded, Nunez was hitting .151. Now, granted, it's no great chase what he's hitting now. He's only hitting .180, but he has upped the average. Almost 30 points since he's played on a daily basis.
And his defense has been superb.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Charlie Manuel talked about it. I want to give Nunez, people saying, well, you need more offense at third base. Charlie's like, let's be fair to Abraham Nunez. Give him a chance to play every day and let him get his feet solid in there.
He's rung up here. And that'll be the 3rd strikeout for Oliver. No 1 run on the home run by DeLucci. 1 to hit. Nobody left. Scott Graham and Chris Wheeler come along in the 4th after 3. 7-0 Phils.
It's back. The Chevy Model Year End event. Time to get the best selection on a great lineup of 06 cars. So make your move. These Chevys are going fast. Get 0% APR financing on almost every 2006 Chevy. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 60 months on every 2006 Chevy Impala. Claim yours before they're gone. Find out more. Visit your local Chevy dealer or go to ChevyShowcase.com.
Well, my husband George gave me the first one after the hospital. And now, when I see all of these, I can't believe how many friends I really have. But my most important heart, Jefferson is taken care of. They're taking care of me, and not every hospital does that. I'm getting through my heart problems now with help from George and Janet and Joy and Jeff.
See what Jeff can do for you. Call 1-800-JEFF now.
Hey, you want to impress someone? Well, that's an Accord. I'm Mr. Opportunity, and Honda is having a clearance. And the savings offered on a new Accord can be, well, impressive. So is the fact that Honda is the most fuel-efficient auto company in America. I'm impressed. The 2006 Honda clearance. Lease a Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers. She's going to pick the red one. I'm Mr. Opportunity. I'm back, and I'm knocking.
It's time for the Citizens Bank Focus on the Rookie Leagues. Citizens Bank and the Phillies Rookie League program gives kids in the area a chance to get out and play ball. Support the Rookie Leagues by donating your new or gently used gloves at the Citizens Bank kiosk in Ashburn Alley. The Phillies and Citizens Bank thank you for your support.
And the Ivy Hill Saints of Philadelphia are focused on the Rookie League tonight. There's a big lead as we go to the 4th. Cole Hamels an opportunity to pitch with that big lead. 7-0 our score. He joined us late. 6 runs in the first inning off Pedro Martinez, and that gave a real nice, comfortable feel to Cole Hamels tonight.
Wonder, has that ever happened to Pedro before? Shortest outing of his career, 2/3 of an inning, back in 1995 against Houston when he was with Montreal.
This is pretty close.
6 hits, 5 earned runs, no walks, a strikeout, 31 pitches. So that is still the shortest outing of his career, but this one pretty close.
This was 1 more run. Good changeup right there. 2-2. Kind of night which the Mets Still be a dangerous team with all the runs they scored. Tops in the National League. 617 of them for the year coming into the night. And a couple of swings, you can get back in. Unless there's swings like that. Another good changeup from Hamels. And Cole strikes out his third of the night.
Right, well, the key, of course, is to eliminate walks. And Cole's done a really good job with that lately. You don't want to walk guys because the Mets can really hit home runs. They've hit 34 home runs in their last 29 games. A great changeup to Beltran after he got ahead of him. And that's the other thing he's done a lot of lately is get ahead of hitters.
He has the look of a young man who really has a feel for how to do something along these lines, and when you get a lead, to run with that lead.
Yeah, and you want to add on as the game goes along. You know, just don't stop scoring. That's why that DeLucci home run was nice.
Also helps that Hamels works very quickly, and after DeLucci hits that home run, makes it a 7-0 game. He just wants the ball and wants to keep firing it. He's pouring strikes right through the zone.
You couldn't help but notice about Hamels when he got hit this year, and that was the first time he's ever been hit in his career. He had that look on his face. It wasn't like he was scared or bewildered or anything. The look on his face was, how are they doing this to me? No one's ever done this before. I got to stop this. And he has. Because everybody's going to get hit in the big leagues. But it had never happened to him. You have to figure in his amateur career, his professional career, and then all of a sudden that stuff he was throwing to get people out was getting turned around.
Once again, a strikeout.
And he didn't throw his bat this time.
Tomorrow night at 8:30, Michael Barkan and your favorite sports columnists are dishing out their true opinions. Don't miss a primetime edition of Singular Presents Daily News Live. Tomorrow night at 8:30, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Well, 2 down for David Wright. Flying out to right field his first time up. And strike one to Wright. Last we saw him, he was still in the glow of just having signed his 6-year, $55 million contract extension. And on the ground at third. It's going to be another easy 1-2-3 inning for Cole Hamels. Working beautifully with the lead. We're through 3.5 here at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies on top 7-0.
During Ford's model year clearance, the possibilities are endless. Right now, lease an 06 Explorer Eddie Bauer for $349 a month with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, and 0 security deposit. And just announced, get extended powertrain coverage for 5 years or 60,000 miles on all 2006 Ford vehicles. Sign and drive away in a new Explorer for only $349 a month during Ford's model year clearance. Only at your Quality Plus Ford dealers.
Take a crash course in togetherness when the Phils host the Braves for the final time, September 1st, Saturday the 2nd for a split day-night doubleheader, and Sunday the 3rd. Order tickets now. They go all out for their community, all out for their neighbors, and all out for their fans. So watch the Phils give their all against the Nationals all weekend long. Friday and Saturday, August 18th and 19th at 7:05. And Sunday the 20th at 1:35 for the ShopRite Phillies Back-to-School Backpack. Order now.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by the new Ford Fusion. Experience life in drive. By Southwest Airlines, taking low fares farther. Visit southwest.com. And by W.B. Mason. Don't forget, for office supplies at amazingly low prices. Who but W.B. Mason? Pretty look at Boathouse Row. Said it before, I'll say it again. When they redid Boathouse Row, they did a beautiful job. And a nice summer night here in Philadelphia. And first pitch swinging is Hamels. He'll get robbed by his counterpart out there, Darren Oliver.
tricky first inning with the Phillies. All kinds of things going on in that. Jimmy starts it off with that little roller to second that Woodward gloved and shoveled high to first. Walks, hit batters, balks.
It was a bring on the dancing Bears inning.
Pedro left with a sore calf, evidently.
Nothing in 2, the count to Rollins, who's been getting on base, swinging a good bat on this homestand. 9 out of 18 over the 4 games so far. He can make that 10 out of 19. You missed the first inning. You missed a lot. Here's how it looked.
Chase Utley gets his base hit past Delgado. Then Ryan Howard, a lot of topspin ball falls in front of Millage. Aaron Rowan hit that forces in a run. Chris Coast. There's a balk call that forced in a run. Then he hits him. And then a bases clearing. This has scored a double as it scooted past Beltran. Double by Nunez. 6-0 in the first inning.
Tell you what, it would have been hard to see something like that coming.
Oh, yeah.
Victorino is 0 for 2. Now you can make it 1 for 3. And Millage let it go by him. Rollins coming hard. He's going to try to score. And safe at home plate is Rollins. Victorino to third on the throw. Not well played by Lasting's Millage down in the corner. And Rollins running hard all the way makes it an 8-0 game. An RBI double for Victorino.
Third on the throw for Shane on that double, and he was flying around the bases. Millage, as Scott says, there doesn't play this very well, and you'll see what he doesn't do. He doesn't cut off the angle. The ball is slicing, and he never gets to it. And then bobbles it. Now, he struggled a little bit out there in the outfield, and evidently has since his second recall.
That's one of the reasons the Mets are exploring the possibility of a trade to bring in an experienced outfielder for the stretch drive. Not because I think New York is in any way worried about losing their lead in the East, but how much pressure you want to put on a 21-year-old kid when you start getting to playoff time.
Right, and you have to get them on your roster by the 31st, too, of this month to make them eligible for the postseason that they're going to have.
Chase Utley's 1 for 2 on the night tonight.
But they're playing the infield in down 8-0. As Jimmy Rollins
Nice, giving lessons now.
Yeah, well, he's having fun. When he's swinging the bat like this, everything looks rejuvenated. His infielders are really happy about this. Playing the infield in with a guy who hits the ball as hard as Utley.
He's even calling out to anybody who wants to hear about it right now. Rick White.
How am I swinging? Pretty good. Think you could get me out now? I don't know what that was about.
Utley flipped the hands over, and that's going to turn into an RBI. Everything is going right for the Phillies right now. It's 9-0.
Well, I bet this hasn't happened to the Mets a whole lot this year, and it's fun to watch. He is so quick with those hands as Chase Utley. He got that cutter or breaking ball away and just flipped at it. That was a breaking ball. That almost looks like when you're under a tree playing golf. You know, you take that little half swing and the ball shoots out. That's what that looked like.
It's tough to be a Met fan right about now.
I drove 100 miles for this. We're going to get a room, stay over and watch tomorrow's game. What are we going to do?
Well, the best parts about baseball, of course, would be that there's always a tomorrow.
Right, and they have a 15-game lead, too. Just one of those nights, and it's fun for the Phillies, especially after the excruciating weekend they just went through, losing those 2 really difficult games to Cincinnati.
That's a Met fan not leaving of his own free will.
Now when you're surrounded by those blue shirts.
That's I drove 100 miles. My team's losing 9-0, and I just got thrown out of the ballpark.
with no rain check.
0-2 now to Howard. You're right, though, Wills, after the excruciating weekend, as you call it, and it's a good description of it, it's kind of just what the doctor ordered.
Well, to their credit, I mean the players, their comments after that game yesterday were pretty amazing. Like, yeah, we lost a couple games, but we're going to keep playing, and we still think we're pretty good. We'll see what happens. I was impressed by that. There's a lot of youth down there right now. There's competition for jobs. It's just a little bit of a different feel. Everybody knows they're a little short in the rotation right now as far as consistency goes. Not talent, but consistency. And we'll see.
At the same time, though, that's exactly the attitude you want.
Right.
Want them to come out and say, come on, we're going to play. We've got 45 games after tonight. We're going to play them. Howard goes down on strikes, and that's 2 down.
Chris goes, I think he's describing that hit that Utley just got. Like, how do you do that when you just throw the bat head out it like that and it jumps?
And how about the way Utley looked almost like he stopped the bat so he wasn't going to hook it foul?
It's amazing to watch. I'm telling you, it looked like, as a golfer, when you hit a ball from under a tree and you just try to take an easy swing and the ball flies out like that. That's just what that looked like. Can all identify with being under a tree.
Nah, that's never happened to me. Guess who's going to be joining us next inning has been under a tree or two with a golf ball too.
What's really good about this game is hitting them with a 6 spot. Well, here it is again. See, it's a breaking one. Look, it just throws the bat head at it and almost stops. And there's the contact out in front. Right there. And then it just pops right off the bat. He generates amazing bat head speed too, but he didn't follow through on that one. And he was fooled.
Through would have been foul.
Yeah, and he was fooled. I mean, let's face it. Oliver made a great pitch on him, but Chase Utley does some incredible things with a bat because he's just so talented.
And DeLucci on the ground at first base will end this bottom of the 4th inning. But on a big night for the Phillies offensively, Utley gets an RBI. Phillies tack on 2 more here in the 4th. We head to the 5th. It's a 9-0 Phillies lead.
Yeah. Looking good. Keep working. Not under the boat now.
Here, you got it? Yeah. Get in.
Bummer, it's just an 8-footer.
Oh, well, throw it back.
Yeah.
A bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. With Southwest Airlines Internet specials, you can fly nonstop from Philadelphia to Florida for just $59 one way, only at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
See the driver starting up a new day. Bringing all your office needs your way and my way. I want my WB. I want my WB. Office lady waiting to be set free. Set free. Now watch your hero man with a delivery. Free delivery.
Ooh, but WB Mason.
Well, these New York Mets are in for 3 more tomorrow and Wednesday at 7:05. Then our last business person special of the year from Citizens Bank, the pride of the Phillies print featuring Tom Gordon. And the kids can stay after the game and run the bases courtesy of Modell's. Last chance to see the Mets in Philadelphia this year. 215-463-1000 or Phillies.com for your tickets. Cole Hamels taking the mound. One of the most comfortable places a pitcher can live. A 9-0 lead in the 5th inning of a ball game. And Hamels has pitched well with the lead. He's allowed just 2 hits for the New York Mets tonight. And as we have been talking about, it is Pal Night at the Phillies tonight. And it's a good opportunity once again, as we get a chance every year. Peter, we were just talking about your golf game a couple of moments ago. We talked about the possibility that, from time to time you may have been under a tree over time. Has that ever happened to you?
Another shot.
In the Philadelphia area Dodge dealers, and we thank you very much for stopping by. Know how much you love being a part of Pal over these years and being associated with Pal. Another great night here at the Phillies tonight for Pal. And generally, it's a lot of fun for everyone, but it gives us a chance to kind of talk about the programs that are out there.
It never ceases to amaze me, and the Philadelphia area Dodge dealers are just so happy to be a part of this. 23,000 children. That's a lot of youngsters to deal with, and just the whole concept of being proactive rather than reactive later on, we just think is fabulous. And Dodge couldn't be any happier to be a part of this than we are. Thank you.
We got a situation brewing down here.
There's something up here in the press box that the umpires. It's almost like the old days when we had to put. It's almost like the old days when we had to put our lights on.
Apparently, the stadium was hearing some audio, and was it ours? Was it our television, our radio? Mets television, Mets radio? It was us, huh? So basically, we just interrupted the game.
That's
all right.
Not good.
No, it's terrible.
Especially talking about your golf game. I'm sure they really wanted to hear that down on the field in a 9-0 game, huh?
I'm sure my wife enjoyed it. She beats me every time we play.
We spend the night talking tonight about the types of programs that PAL has out there, and we say this on a consistent basis. You think, there's a softball game out there, we're at a baseball game. You think it only has to do with sports, but in reality, sports is kind of a small portion of what PAL does.
Yes, what I know of PAL, the kids really get an opportunity to relate with each other, to learn how to deal with each other, to be better citizens. There's a lot of educational opportunities that PAL gets them involved in they otherwise might just not have a chance to come in contact with, which is just as, if not more important than the sporting end of it.
Here's Michael Tucker now. They're trying to tee off here, and they're coming up just a buck short.
Hey, you're up 9-0. Use the warning track.
Right. So did you get an opportunity to witness the softball game today?
I sure did. As a matter of fact, my son Tony stroked a nice one into left center field. Pleased me no end.
Yeah, that's nice. Have you played in that game before?
No, sir. Not at my age, thank you.
It's a very good move, Peter.
The golf is enough, Chris.
It's a hamstring waiting to happen. I know. Don't want to do that.
That one young man out there really wrapped the ball, I mean, deep into right center. He's, I forget which one of the stations.
Marcus Hayes, I think.
Yeah.
He was our beat writer for the Daily News.
Hastings Millage going to have himself an infield hit. So he is 2 for 2. I guess if there's anything good coming out of this for New York is that Millage was in a tailspin coming in. 5 out of 28. And now he's been on twice.
And Willie Randolph doesn't want to use another pitcher here or a position player to hit. So Oliver's going to get another at bat, stay in the ball game. Sometimes you just have to know how to lose a game. Not that they necessarily will lose tonight, but when you get in games like this, managers will do these kind of things so they don't use up a whole lot of players for the next night.
So Oliver stands in. He'll take his hacks after striking out his first time up.
It's his 4 years for Dodge?
Yes, sir. This is our 4th year. Looking forward to at least 40 more.
That's great. As we said, we always enjoy this night at the ballpark. One of the things that's always fun for me, too, is in watching over the years, some of the kids who've been involved in PAL and have gotten something from it, coming back and saying, I was a PAL kid. Right. That ball's pretty well hit.
Another warning track.
Not quite. Well, Peter, thank you very much for stopping by.
Scotty,
It's
always
always
pleasure
good
to see you. Thank you, sir.
We'll team up with him again someday.
Yeah.
We finished the top half of the fifth. 4.5 in the books here at Citizens Bank Park. 9-0 Phillies.
Bold lines, rugged lines, unique lines, award-winning lines, new lines. And now you get the bottom line during Nissan's national sales event. Like a $199 per month lease on the Nissan Altima with the special edition package. See your Nissan dealer. Offer ends September 5th. And that's the bottom line.
They go all out for their community, all out for their neighbors, and all out for their fans. So watch the Phils give their all against the Nationals all weekend long. Friday and Saturday, August 18th and 19th at 7:05, and Sunday the 20th at 1:35 for the ShopRite Phillies Back to School Backpack. Order now. Take a crash course in togetherness when the Phils host the Braves for the final time, September 1st, Saturday the 2nd for a split day-night doubleheader, and Sunday the 3rd. Order tickets now.
Well, you know, it's called the unofficial end of summer. It is Labor Day. You can spend it here at Citizens Bank Park in what could turn out to be a pretty important series. Monday, Labor Day, September 4th at 3:05 start against the Houston Astros. It's the final Hatfield Phillies Frank's Dollar Dog Day. Final Model Sporting Goods run the bases for fans 14 and under. Order your tickets for the Astros series and for Monday, Labor Day, September 4th at Phillies.com or call 215-463-1000. 9-0 Phillies on top.
Phillies with that big 6-run first inning, and to their credit, they didn't shut it down after that. They scored 3 runs since, tacked them on, and those are the killers for the opposition. You get down 6-0 in the first, that's tough. You're the Mets, you're thinking, you know, we got a long way to go, but then you start scoring here, another one there, and then it becomes a long night, or it can become a long night.
Oh, Aaron Rowan leads it off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Hit by a pitch. That's nothing new. He continues to close in on Dave Holland's record of 19 of those in 1992. It was his 17th. First one this year, though, that drove in a run. In the air to left. Did he get enough? Nope. And it's just foul as it hooks down into the corner.
Oliver jams a lot of right-handed batters when he's on because he throws so many cutters. Breaking balls and a lot of cutters to right-handed batters, and that's what happened with Aaron Rowan right there. Got in on his fist a little bit. See the movement on his pitches. Here it comes cutting in, and he pulls it foul. A bit like those years when Leiter pitched for the Mets.
For Al Leiter, that was an unbelievably effective pitch.
Tom Glavine's throwing it a lot more now.
I was always surprised that when the two of them were together that Glavine wasn't throwing more of it after seeing what it could do. But Glavine had that Atlanta mentality into him, which was, you know, the outside part of the plate and off the outside part of the plate belongs to the pitcher.
The strike zone changed probably as far as the umpires go. And to Tom Glavine's credit, he changed, and he's been great.
Right off the end of the bat, and Reyes makes the play. One down. There's Chris Coast. He was also hit by a pitch in that first inning and scored a run. Talking about the weekend and late in those ball games, and those ball games, as we said, were gut-wrenching for Phillies fans. Wheels. Coast had a couple of really big swings in big spots.
Sure did. for the most part, he doesn't strike out. He makes contact, and you make contact as much as he does, good things can happen. So you try. I mean, you're going to have certain guys in your lineup who strike out, but you try to get as many guys who don't strike out a lot. Couldn't help but notice that the Mets don't have a 100 strikeout guy in their lineup yet. They have a couple who are going to strike out that are close in the 90s. Makes a big difference.
About those at bats over the weekend, though, you know that it's something when you walk into the coach's locker room today, new series starting, and they're still talking about it. They're buzzing.
Well, that was a great at bat he had to knock in a run. That was yesterday.
Parts of those 3 games kind of all run together.
There's a lot of competition going on right now in this club, and that's good. And guys, you know, there's nothing like a little of that stuff on a ball club. There's some energy, and they're having a lot of fun playing. As we talked about the reaction after those tough losses, the one yesterday, from a lot of them, they're still okay.
It's good to see.
Yeah, it's fun to be around.
Off the fists. And thank you very much.
Contact. You never know. I mean, he made a good pitch on him. He got jammed, but he didn't swing and miss. And there you get a base hit out of it. And that's what Chris Coste does a lot of, is make contact. This is a very good pitch by Oliver. He cuts a fastball on his thumbs, bloops it into the outfield, base hit.
This is one of those nights where just about everything they're hitting is finding some green grass.
Nunez has hit 2 balls really hard tonight. A 3-run double to left center, left-handed, and now that ball up the middle.
How about we're in the 5th inning and Cole Hamels having the 3rd at bat of the night?
Yeah, 9-0. You wouldn't think they'd bunt.
No.
Professional courtesy to swing away.
Which Cole loves right now.
He does. So you get into games like this, there's things you don't do, like bunt. You don't swing 3-0. There's Royce Ring up. But you are allowed to swing.
Talking about pitchers swinging the bat. The other night, Randy Wolf had that pinch hit at bat. And as he saw the way that game was progressing through the middle innings of the game, Chris Coste was sitting next to him as Hamels goes down on strikes. And Coste is sitting there, and Randy Wolf says to him, you know what? We go extra innings in this ball game. I'm going to get a chance to pinch hit, and I'm going to win the game. And as Wolf is getting the helmet on, Chris Coste is looking at him saying, oh my God, this is exactly what you said. Unfortunately for Wolf, he didn't come up with a big hit at the time, but
a good thought process. And he was prepared. He had his spikes on and ready to go. It's better than going up there thinking, oh no, what am I doing up here? Well, good chance to stay out of extra innings the way this one's going, and boy, do they need just a normal game tonight. Give some people a rest. I call this game normal.
Well, how about if you just go with normal after the 1st inning?
Yeah. Oliver doing what they wanted. That's suck up some innings. Thrown 74 pitches out of the bullpen. That's another reason why they have Ring up, because his tank has to be about empty. It's hot tonight too.
You don't get many let's go Phillies cheers. You get the let's go Mets and the corresponding boo when the Mets are in town.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
I like it. 3-1 to Rollins. Ooh, high and deep. A lot of distance on that one. It is gone. Home run, Jimmy Rollins. That is number 18 of the season. And he has got a stroke right now from the right side that is as good as it gets. A 3-run shot. And this is now a 12-0 game.
And that breaks Granny Hamner's record. Home runs in a season by a Phillies shortstop. I think it was 1952 that Hambone hit 17. Another breaking ball or cutter, and he just crushes this. That's right where he hit the one the other night. Oh, when Jimmy Rollins gets hot, he makes it look easy.
Some kind of night.
Here's Granny Hamner. Yeah, he was just a wonderful, wonderful guy. Lost him a number of years ago, and Granny Hamner with a great career, one of the whiz kids. I think Bo hit 15 in his career. Well, after Jimmy Rollins hit his 15th or 16th, whatever it was in his career, he went up, put his batting helmet in the rack, put his bat in the rack, and went up behind Bo and slapped him on the back and said, "That didn't take long." Bo likes to tell that story too. He says, "You little."
Victorino hits one hard. And that one's going to go. Number 5 on the year for Victorino. It's 13-0.
Wow. I wonder how long Willie Randolph's going to let Oliver take this beating. And the answer is that's it. He was trying to get him through this inning. You could really see that Oliver was out of gas, and back-to-back homers.
One of those nights for the New York Mets and for Darren Oliver.
Breaking ball, and Shane Victorino goes down and golfs it out to left field.
So a pitching change with the Phillies sitting on lucky 13 in front here in the 5th.
For complete coverage of Philadelphia sports, log on to ComcastSportsNet.com. Get breaking news on your teams and articles written by our experts. Plus, you can watch exclusive interviews. When's the next game on Comcast Sportsnet? Just look at our programming lineup. Looking for fan gear? Check out the Philly Fan Shop. Have a question for Daily News Live or Postgame Live? Go ahead and ask the panel online. Comcast Sportsnet. Nobody does Philadelphia sports better. Log on now.
Hey, Mom, what's for dinner?
Tonight, we're having something that makes me very happy. A KFC Build Your Own Variety Bucket. I got you crispy strips, you boneless honey barbecue wings, and you original recipe.
And that makes you happy?
That and you doing the dishes.
KFC's Build Your Own Variety Bucket. Choose any 3 of 6 KFC favorites, like original recipe, crispy strips, and regular or boneless honey barbecue wings. You choose any 3 for just $9.99. Give the people what they want at KFC. And for lunch, don't forget the 99-cent KFC snacker.
School's out. Do you know where your daughter is? It was bad enough when tag was only in bathrooms and lockers, but new concealable body shots can be taken anywhere. And the ability to utilize a number of scents makes all of our daughters, sisters, and even charity car wash girls vulnerable. Tell your daughter, keep your eyes open and your nostrils shut. Because new tag body shots can be deployed wherever, whenever. Consider yourself warned.
Not every ballpark gets a gorgeous little cheerleader to help the home team along. Especially one who's having so much fun. Royce Ring, part of a Mets team right now that's not having much fun. 4th game for him, no decisions, a 5.4 earned run average for the left-hander. And he comes in right now into a ball game in which his team is trailing 13-0. This went on the entire time in between innings. Milt Thompson and Shane Victorino. What they had to do, you could tell a little bit with The way Victorino approached things hitting-wise, Milt was showing him a little bit about what he used to do. You can see him saying, for me, it worked this way. For you, Milt's a good instructor. Good time after a successful at-bat to go over it again.
Yeah, a good hitting instructor never tries to make the guys hit the way they did, but just take what the hitter has and work with it, and just try to help out.
Two balls and a strike to Chase Utley. Utley got a swing. And the foul ball, another souvenir. Pays to bring the glove. Well, the count goes to 3-2 now to Utley. And the big man waiting behind him on deck. On the ground. Delgado's got the play. Oh, man, just won the foot race. 13-0 or not, Delgado's got to realize that Chase Utley's going all out. And he just got him at first. But the Phillies tack on with 4 more runs using the long ball here in the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's 13-0.
Hey, Mark from Citizens Bank. Mark, me, Wayne. Oh, hey, Wayne. Hey, listen, I've been meaning to talk to you about that credit line.
Oh, well, I'm on vacation this week, but I can call you Monday first thing. I can give you the basics in just a few minutes.
Just a few minutes, huh?
Hey, Mr. Opportunity here. Got a multiple choice question for you. What do all these trucks have in common? Easy, Honda clearance. And that means you can get an 8-passenger Pilot, the ever-versatile CR-V, the very unique Element, or the rugged Ridgeline for a deal that's going to make your head spin. The 2006 Honda clearance. Lease a Honda Pilot for $299 a month for well-qualified customers. Hey, it's starting to get crowded in here. Nice. I love a big audience. I'm Mr. Opportunity. I'm back, and I'm knocking.
Play the Shell million-gallon giveaway and get your needle moving in the right direction. Drop in now for a free million-gallon giveaway game piece at participating Shell locations, and you could win free Shell gasoline for life or thousands of other great prizes.
Our Independence Blue Cross deserving Philly is Ryan Howard. The long blasts just keep on coming from Mr. Howard. Now that Ryan has joined the 40 home run club in just his 2nd season, he has placed himself alongside the great power hitters of the Phillies past. With more than a month to go in the season, Ryan sets his sights on the club record of 48 and elite benchmark of 50. These swings for the record books are brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. You deserve it.
Top of the order for New York here in the 6th. A lot of ground to make up, and Jose Reyes takes a look at his strike. 13-0 Phillies.
That's right. Gotta love the way Cole Hamels is going about his business too. Gets a lead and he just keeps firing strikes. No walks. I mean, they've hit some fly balls that were fairly deep, but they're outs.
And getting late swings. Danny Sandoval now in the ball game, replacing Chase Utley. It's a way of giving Chase the rest of the night off without an entire night off. One ball and 2 strikes now to Reyes. .357 hitter against the Phillies in his career. And on the ground to his counterpart at shortstop. One gone. Time now for our Geico quote of the day.
When it starts, it's coming off the DL from Cole Hamels. I feel comfortable out there. I feel like I'm meant to be out there. I feel like my routine is down. I think I feel more focused after a couple of months.
That quote brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% on car insurance. Visit them at geico.com or call 800-947-AUTO. Here's LaDuca with one down.
Talking about the way he reacted after he got hit by major league hitters. It's almost like it ticked him off. It didn't intimidate him, that's for sure. And he was going to try and figure out a way to end it or to calm it down a little bit. And he has certainly done that, working with Rich Stubbe. They've done a good job. And Cole Hamels does look really comfortable.
And tonight, how about 17 out of 20 first pitch strikes?
There you go.
Working with this lead.
Well, he learned quickly up here that you better not fall behind hitters.
One ball and 2 strikes. He's ahead of Paul LaDuca now.
LaDuca looks like he just hurt himself. I don't know whether he hurt his elbow a little bit. Then he has a very sore hand, or maybe the guard just came loose, but it looked like something wasn't right after that swing.
You get to a certain point of the year, you've caught all of the games that he has caught this year.
He's got a real bad thumb, evidently. See him doing that with that left arm. Something's wrong.
And the problem is, injuries like that, the nagging ones, they're not going to get better.
Yeah, no way. You keep playing, especially guys like him who play all the time. The hand come off the bat. You might see a new catcher in the game for them after this at bat. Castro's their backup. Or Mike DeFelice.
Toward the hole, and Sandoval makes an immediate impact.
Sometimes it's just your night, and that's what's going on with the Phillies right now. That ball was smoked by Paul LaDuca. Terrific play by Danny Sandoval just in the ball game for Chase Utley. Keeps it in front of him, throws him out from his knees. Chase makes that play a lot himself, and Sandoval does it.
Another first pitch strike from Hamels. Down the line, it's hooking and just foul. Carlos Beltran is the only player in big leagues right now with 30 home runs and 30 doubles.
What a combination. That stat we saw about him today, where he has 98 runs batted in and 70 of them are on the road. It's an amazing discrepancy.
It's really hard to believe.
It is. You know, you're going to see a difference, something, but 70 and 28.
'83 pitches for Hamels.
And a long first inning with all his foul balls off the bat of Delgado. He's done it quickly since.
And continues to work quickly. Pitch number 84 is going to end the top of the 6th inning. Hamels has been brilliant tonight, pitching with a huge lead. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Phil's still up big, 13-0.
Now is the best time ever to get a new Dodge. Get our employee price and get 0% financing or a cash allowance of up to $4,000 on most models. And if not satisfied, simply return it within 30 days. Get employee pricing plus on the Hemi-powered Dodge Ram. Durango with best-in-class interior room. The hot new Dodge Charger or Grand Caravan with exclusive stow-and-go seating. All with employee pricing plus 0% financing or a cash allowance. And our 30-day return program. Hurry, offers end August 31st.
Passing gas around infants can be deadly. Passing gas releases a toxic fog of ammonia and hydrogen cyanide, which can be especially harmful on an infant's developing lungs. Passing gas can even contribute to sudden infant death syndrome. Kids shouldn't be exposed to secondhand smoke. Don't pass gas, take it outside.
See what's new on demand with Comcast Digital Cable. Ford vehicles are ready for anything and powerfully fun to drive. Which Ford vehicle best meets your needs? Is it the new Mustang, the F-150, or the Ford Escape? We'll show you interior and exterior options, towing and seating capacity, and other great features to help you find the right Ford vehicle for you. For more information about Ford's new line of cars and trucks, simply go to your on-demand menu. Scroll to Searchlight, Automotive, then Ford On Demand.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. By Southwest Airlines, taking low fares farther. Visit southwest.com. By Acura, your life, your car, connected. And by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% on car insurance. Visit them at geico.com or call 800-947-AUTO. Well, nice night to be a Phillies fan here at Citizens Bank Park. And that's why. Leading it off and looking at a strike. Andy Chavez, former Philly, now in the ball game, replaces Carlos Beltran at center field.
Correct my mistake from last inning. Raul Castro, of course, is on the Ramon Castro is on the disabled list, and Mike DeFelice is their backup catcher.
But LaDuca, he's still in there.
That's amazing. 13-0. It looked like he was.
Two down to Howard. The season numbers are looking better and better and better every day.
Charlie Manuel said tonight before the game that he thinks this guy's going to be a 300 hitter because he'll cut down on his strikeouts, and he hits the ball so hard that he goes through.
If that's the case, watch out.
Really? I looked at him like 300, huh?
Chase the breaking ball away and strikes out there.
He's having trouble with left-handers tonight. 3 strikeouts tonight, all off left-handed pitching, and that's another thing he's improved on, but a tough night tonight.
On Sunday, the Nationals are going to be here for the final game of this homestand, and getting close to back-to-school time, a red drawstring backpack is free for all fans 14 and under. Compliments of ShopRite. Sunday's 1:35 game against Washington. Tickets available at Phillies.com or 215-463-1000. David DeLucci 1 for 2 with the walk and the solo home run that he hit back in the third. Chance to play on a more or less everyday basis is really agreeing with David DeLucci. Came into the game hitting .444 over his last 12 games.
He's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. I'm sure they'd like to keep him around, and that's for another time. But I think he seems to be enjoying himself here a little bit more now that he's getting a chance to play. He was an everyday player for Texas last year, and even though he knew he was going to be a role player when he got here, he was still frustrated. To his credit, he's a team guy, and he just did the job and did a terrific job as a pinch hitter.
He really had a slow start, and then he found his way back into that role. Good professional hitter. And once again, the left-hander gets him. It's 2 down.
Ring's kind of funky, these left-handed hitters. That's why they have him on their staff right now. They brought him up recently to be a situation guy.
That RBI and the run scored back as part of that 6-run first inning that knocked Pedro Martinez out, the second shortest outing of his big league career. Apparently he had a report of a sore calf after leaving the game.
Well, we gave that stat on him. The earliest Pedro had ever been knocked out of a game was 2/3 of an inning, and tonight one inning. Well, not knocked out. He left because of that injury.
Little number. Ring makes the play, and that'll do it. But that is the exception, not the rule. Phillies go in order for the first time tonight. The rest of the night has been all about swinging the bat. And the Phillies have pounded out 13 runs on 12 hits. Harry Callis takes over play-by-play in the 7th through 6. It's still 13-0.
Tired of being nickeled and dimed by other airlines?
Is this your first flight?
On Southwest Airlines, our leather seats, blankets, pillows, snacks, and smiles are always free.
You are now free to move about the country.
The all-new Acura RDX with real-time traffic.
We're back with the Geico Gecko. So now here's the thing I don't understand. People could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance by switching to Geico.
Right.
So I have to ask, why does Geico even need a talking gecko?
Well, entertainment.
How's that?
Look, you can't just tell people that Geico could save them money. It's true, yes, but it's a bit boring. So you have a little gecko entertain, play a little guitar or whatever. They think they're watching entertaining television, but they're actually watching a commercial.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The all-new Acura RDX with super handling all-wheel drive.
Our Nissan game summary. All Phillies tonight. Great job by Cole Hamels. A strong 6. Pedro Martinez 1 inning tonight. Gave up 6 runs in the first inning. All of them earned. Charged to Pedro. And he left with a strained right calf. Jimmy Rollins remains red hot. Another long ball. Surpassing Granny Hamner with 18 home runs. The most home runs a Phillies shortstop has ever hit in one season. The Cole train. They are really enjoying Cole Hamels' performance here tonight. Phillies with a big game as we go to the 7th inning. Hamels is still out there. And for play-by-play, here's Harry.
All right, and Julio Franco, the ageless one, is going to bat for Carlos Delgado. Franco hitting at .282. Takes one high for a ball. As a homer, 16 RBIs. His homer came as a pinch hitter. He's 13 for 44 as a pinch hitter with a home run.
This has a chance to turn into a spring training game now in the last few innings if managers want to give guys some time off.
Delgado was 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and now Franco batting for him, 1-1. $36,888 the paid attendance here tonight. First of 4 with these New York Mets. Fouls off fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Cole Hamels has really done an excellent job working here in the 7th inning. And what Charlie Manuel and Rich Doobie and the Phillies really needed was Cole to go deep into the game after that Cincinnati series, the way the bullpen was used, and he's doing it.
Yep, in a long first inning. They got him a lot of runs, and he's gotten them out quickly.
Change up just tapped foul, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Coming up on 90 pitches right now, 89 at this point into the 7th inning. But even if they have to use some guys, it's not a situation where you have to mix and match and worry about a close game, and if this guy's pitching against a certain hitter.
Bounce that one up there. It's a full count now.
Bring somebody in. Bring somebody in. It's mop up.
David Wright waiting on deck.
That's what he doesn't need right now, though, is a guy like Franco start fouling off a ton of pitches the way Delgado did in the first inning.
Franco is still a tough out up there. Beats another one foul. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Cubs have a 2-0 lead on the Houston on a 2-run home run by Phil Nevin. Finally put him away. Franco goes down swinging.
It's 13-0, and you get a changeup. But that is such a great pitch for Cole Hamels, and Julio fouled off some fastballs. Now he throws him that see you later changeup that just dives out of the strike zone, and Franco chased it.
Franco will be 48 years of age in 9 days.
Yeah, he's a marvel.
There's David Wright, who flied to right and grounded to third, pops a foul back and out of play.
Cole Hamels throwing strike one after strike one to these hitters tonight, getting ahead of them and then being able to put them away quickly.
Yeah, it's not a really big strikeout game for Cole. Cole averages better than strikeout per inning. He struck out 5, but it's been a very, very efficient game for Cole.
Well, you look at the pitch count, and even though it's getting fairly high at 95, the reason is not strikeouts, it's foul balls.
Right.
Another one. That changeup's unbelievable when he gets ahead of hitters.
That's 6 strikeouts for Cole, 2 down here in the 7th.
And he's not going to change his game either, as the guys are putting the K's up there. You know, he's not just going to go out there and just throw fastball after fastball. He and Chris Coast are working well together, and he's using the changeup, and in this case, a couple strikeouts with it.
1 ball and no strikes to Woodward. Woodward has lined out to center on a fine play by Aaron Rowand. He's flied to deep left.
Now they get a little workout with the K's.
Popped him up. Should be a 1-2-3 inning for Hamels as DeLucci comes on and makes the play. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Stretch time, we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 13-0 Phils.
They go all out for their community, all out for their neighbors, and all out for their fans. So watch the Phils give their all against the Nationals all weekend long. Friday and Saturday, August 18th and 19th at 7:05, and Sunday the 20th at 1:35 for the ShopRite Phillies Back-to-School Backpack. Order now.
Take the Hyundai Challenge during the Hyundai Challenge Summer Clearance. Test drive the sedan that beats Honda Accord, the new Hyundai Sonata, with more standard safety features and interior space than Accord, great fuel mileage, and America's best warranty for $4,500 less than Accord. Now save even more, up to $3,000 cash back on Sonata. There's never been a better time to save thousands during the Hyundai Challenge Summer Clearance. Get a new Sonata V6 with up to $3,000 cash back at your local Hyundai dealer. Offer ends August 31st.
On a lonely stretch of road, one man will meet a girl.
I'll get it.
Who will change his life forever.
Give me your hand!
Now, as he follows every clue,
The little girl is alive.
all roads lead to
The Wicker Man.
Who's the Wicker Man?
He's been expecting you.
Nicolas Cage, The Wicker Man. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, September 1st.
Comcast Sportsnet is your source for breaking news in sports. Whether it's the Flyers, Sixers, Phillies, Eagles, or a national story, there's only one place to turn to for up-to-date live reports, no matter what time of day. Comcast Sportsnet. Breaking news brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
Our Dodge Something Fans Trivia Quiz tonight. Which team originally drafted Roger Clemens? Well, it was these New York Mets. Log back on to thephillies.com to find out if you're the winner of Phillies prize pack. And thanks for playing Dodge Stump the Fans. Julio Franco stays in the game to play first base, and Paul LeDuc is out of there now behind the plate. Mike DeFelice comes on to catch. Bottom of the seventh. Phil's all over the Mets tonight, 13-0. Chris Coast is 1 for 2. He has scored 2 runs. 1 ball and 1 strike to Coast. Already up in the Phillies bullpen, so he may have Hamels bat and let him go out there for 1 more inning. 2 balls and a strike to Coast. High fly ball right field. Hastings Millage is there, makes the play, and that's 1 down. Well, from the moment the rookies arrive until the Eagles' last preseason game, Comcast Sportsnet bring you a bird's eye view of training camp. Don't miss Ransom Cat's countdown to kickoff from Lehigh tonight on Sports Night after Phillies postgame live, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Abraham Nunez has had a good game. He is 2 for 3. Has knocked in 3, got a big bases loaded double in that first inning. Splinters is bad. I'm sure he hates to lose that baby. No balls and 2 strikes.
There go the splinters. And the ball took about hitting one right off the end of the bat.
Taps this one softly. Nice play by Ring. And Ring throws out Nunez for out number 2, and Cole Hamels is indeed going to bat for himself. So we'll try to get another inning, maybe even 2 out of him. He's pitching a shutout here, a 3-hit shutout. He's pitched brilliantly. And more, looks like this young man feels comfortable at the major league level.
Got a lot of confidence. Yeah. It wasn't shaken when he went through hard times, and that's when you really find out about a player, because this is a failure sport anyway. And what he went through didn't seem to bother him that much, except to want to make him better.
Ring falls behind him 2-0. Came in the 5th inning for Darren Oliver.
Well, both these guys are doing a good job for Willie Randolph tonight to suck up innings in a game they know they're going to lose. And that's what a manager asks for.
Bounce past Ring, charging though, second baseman Woodward, and he throws out Hamels, and that'll retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. After 7 is the Phils 13, the New York Mets nothing.
Drop everything. Toyota's nationwide clearance event is here. It's a great time to buy the fuel-efficient Corolla and check out the unstoppable Tundra. And now you can get $1,000 cash back on Sienna with 6 front and side curtain airbags, plus available vehicle stability control and traction control. It's no surprise that Sienna was the only minivan to be named a double best pick by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. The clock's ticking. Catch the Toyota Time nationwide clearance event today. Toyota, moving forward.
Well, before we got Comcast Workplace, we were having a hard time staying on top of things. Portfolios, scheduling, auditions. Oh, horrific. It got pretty ugly.
I want my own trailer and a masseuse. This is so beneath me.
A lot of it's done online now. Sure, we looked at DSL, but Comcast gives us more speed.
It's poperific.
And it includes McAfee Security Free. Bottom line,
It's poperific.
Comcast gives us the performance we're looking for.
Comcast Workplace, broadband for business.
Suscom, Susmuko, Smusasta, Amkusto, Tomtasta, Tukamsa, Kamsamstu. Comcast. Your Suscom service is becoming Comcast. It's Comcastic.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come.
Good kids shows aren't hard to find. Comcast Digital Cable. Welcome to Comcast.
Offense has been tremendous tonight, but Cole Hamels has been the story of the ballgame. He is taking control of this. Here's a terrific play by Abraham Nunez. Game was still scoreless at that point when Paul LaDuca hit that ball down the line. Getting some strikeouts here is Hamels. He's thrown first pitch strikes tonight to 19 out of 24 hitters. So he has been ahead of them, and he's put them away with some strikeouts, fly balls, and he's done it pretty quickly. Just a terrific job by Cole Hamels, pitching with a big lead.
6 strikeouts and nary a walk as we move to the 8th inning. Michael Tucker, the first one to face him. Tucker's fly to deep left and fly to deep center. Takes a strike. There's another first pitch strike.
20 out of 25. Oh, good curveball.
Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
That's a pitch that really hasn't had to use it all that much tonight, but that pitch has really helped him. What a great third pitch.
Bounce foul.
Retires the first batter in this inning. He will officially pitch his longest time in the major leagues. 7 innings has been his career high, twice against the Yankees and the Cardinals.
Bouncing that one up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Called third strike, struck him out. Fastball right there. 7 strikeouts for Hamels. 1 down here in the 8th. And it'll bring up Lasting's Millage.
Somebody keeping score down there in the stands, writing down those Ks.
Millage.
There it is, a fastball. And Tucker's gone.
Millage has 2 of the New York Met 3 hits. He has a double and an infield single. 1 ball and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes to Millage. Ricky Leday has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for Royce Ring. Phil just picked up by the Mets on August 8th.
From the Dodgers.
Got that one over. 2-1 to count to Millage.
I think he did a great job when he was here, especially as a pinch hitter.
Fouled it back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phillies get the bullpen up for the first time tonight. Brian Sanchez. He missed it, and so did Coast. So it'll be a strikeout and probably a pass ball on Chris Coast. Millage ends up at first base with 1 out.
Yeah, Coast done a real good job handling Cole Hamels tonight. But in this case, a strikeout and a pass ball.
And here is Ricky Leday. Just joined the Mets from the Dodgers. Former Phil. Ricky hitting .226 overall with a homer, 8 RBIs. 1 strike to him. That's 1 for 9 for the Mets. Ball's a little bit high, 1-1. Fastball wide, 2 balls and a strike.
Keeping a close eye on Hamels right now, whether they have a pitch idea they want him to stop at or not. With this big lead, you can do anything you want. Rich Stubbe keeping track of all that. He's at 110.
Fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Leday.
There's the breakdown for him. A lot of strikes tonight. And the pitch count.
That is strikeout number 9 for Leday. It was rather for Hamels, who was averaging better than a strikeout per inning. And now he goes. The last 2 innings, he has struck out 5 in the last 2 innings.
You were just talking about how he didn't have that many strikeouts, but all of a sudden he's starting to pile them up.
Here's Jose Reyes, who is 0 for 3, grounds it into right field, hits the runner, and so out because the runner is hit with a batted ball.
Reyes will get a hit, but the inning's over.
And the put out will go to the second baseman, Sandoval. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 13-0, Phillies.
Dear Dr. Z, I know Daimler Chrysler invented the minivan, but how is the quality?
Kim, check out our unique Stow and Go on this Chrysler Town & Country. And it's 5-star crash test rated.
But
hey, look what I found. JD Power Award for the highest ranked van in initial quality.
It's back. Employee pricing plus 0% financing. Get our employee price on most 2006 Chrysler vehicles.
Stan, I hear the new CEO loves those new Rico Color MFPs.
Yeah, the new fellow's the CFO, Chief Financial Officer.
The money guy.
Yeah.
And that affordable Rico Color printing, he's loving it.
You know, Jerry, maybe you should be CEO.
You think?
Sure.
Move your ideas forward with Rico Dependability.
Bold lines, powerful lines, spacious lines, award-winning lines, new lines. And now you get the bottom line during Nissan's national sales event. Lease the Nissan Pathfinder S 4x4 for only $269 a month. See your Nissan dealer. Offer ends September 5th. And that's the bottom line.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced nor transmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard. By Rico. Move your ideas forward with Rico Dependability. And by Nissan and your local Nissan dealer. 41-year-old Roberto Hernandez will be the new pitcher taking over here for the Mets. Hernandez, the former Phil, came over the trade deadline from Pittsburgh along with Oliver Perez for Xavier Nady. And Roberto has won none, lost 3 with a 3.11 ERA. 50 games, 46 1/3 innings, 47 hits, 16 earned runs. He has struck out 36 while walking 24. Opponents hitting .253 against him. Jimmy Rollins has had quite a night. He leads it off. J-Roll's been on base all 4 times, singled, walked, singled, homered. He has scored 3 runs and knocked in 3.
He's in one of those things that Jimmy gets in a couple times a year, and he is really hot. Good at bats after good at bats.
2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Shane Victorino waits on deck. Got that one over. 3-1 the count. Nice ring and a good outing for the Mets. 7 up and 7 down. He's got 6 off Pedro Martinez and 7 off Darren Oliver as J-Roll has reached for the 5th time tonight. There's Shane Victorino. He's flied out, grounded to double play, doubled, and hit a home run.
When you're locked in as a hitter, physically and mentally, what Jimmy Rollins just did, 13-0 game. You know, you just go up there and lose your concentration, just swing at anything. Not in that case. I mean, he's just seeing the ball really well.
Grounded up the middle, might be a double play. They can't turn it, not with Victorino's speed. They got the lead runner. Did all they could do. Reyes to Woodward. Good turn by Woodward, but Victorino can fly out of that box.
Yeah, and he grounded into a double play tonight, but that was from the right side. It's really got to be hard to double him when he's batting left-handed.
Danny Sandoval batting for the first time. He came in to give Chase Utley a breather. Chase went 2 for 3 tonight. Sandoval, since his call up, 3 for 16. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the White Sox are pounding Kansas City 8-0. Jim Thome hit his 36th home run. And the White Sox have been on a roll of late. They're putting a little heat on the Detroit Tigers. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Swept him over the weekend. Cole Hamels, by the way, is finished for the night. He has already departed the bench. What a great job he did. And looks like Brian Sanchez will pitch a 9th inning. Or maybe it's going to be Castro. They had Sanchez up, and now it looks like Fabio Castro up.
1 ball and 1 strike. 1-2. 8 shutout innings for Cole Hamels, 4 hits.
There's
Ended up
Castro.
with 9 strikeouts. Fabio Castro is up. Sandoval goes down swinging. That's 2 down. That'll bring on Ryan Howard. A tough night for the big guy. Got a single in the first inning off Pedro Martinez, and after that he has struck out 3 times.
Hall of left-handed pitching.
Takes a fastball for a strike. Dismissed. 1 ball and 1 strike. On the outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ryan Howard. Fouled it back. Still 1-2. Howard with 41 home runs leads the National League, tied for the Major League lead with Big Papi David Ortiz. Fouled in and out of the glove of DeFelice.
That one nailed him. Of course, LaDuca's out of the game, and DeFelice is their catcher. Right down, he's not going to go anywhere. He's just trying to shake that one off.
And LaDuca took a few shots tonight, too.
Reports on Paul LaDuca in the last few months, he's got a little problem with his thumb. And that's not going to get any better as the season goes along, you know, trying to catch all the time. But he's one of those guys who just keeps playing.
That's low and away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Victorino's at first base, 2 outs. They're in the bottom of the 8th. Ryan stays alive. That one fouls off his foot. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It holds.
Hernandez is beating people up back there right now. Catcher gets it. Now Ryan Howard gets one off his foot.
And Howard goes down swinging, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. The Phillies lead 1. We go to the 9th inning. It's the Phils 13 and the New York Mets nothing.
Take a crash course in togetherness when the Phils host the Braves for the final time, September 1st, Saturday the 2nd for a split day-night doubleheader, and Sunday the 3rd. Order tickets now.
During Ford's model year clearance, the possibilities are endless. Right now, lease a Fusion for $249 a month with 0 down, 0 first month's payment, and 0 security deposit. And just announced, get extended powertrain coverage for 5 years or 60,000 miles on all 2006 Ford vehicles. Sign and drive away in a new Fusion for only $249 a month during Ford's model year clearance. Only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Hey fans, when the Phils throw out an opponent's base runner, watch for the LoJack caught stealing replay. LoJack is the only stolen vehicle recovery system operated by the police, and it's available for cars, trucks, motorcycles, construction equipment, and laptops. Visit LoJack.com for more details.
Attaboy. Rip City, baby. Who'll win the Major League Baseball Comeback Player of the Year award presented by Viagra? Go to MLB.com/comeback award, vote, and you may win a trip to throw out a ceremonial first pitch at the World Series.
Goes on top by a score of 13-0. And 21-year-old Fabio Castro will come on to pitch for the Phils. He's yet to be scored on. This is his 7th game, 0-0 with a 0.0 ERA. He's only given up 3 hits in 10 of the 3rd innings. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Castro has not pitched in 8 days. He last pitched on August 6th at New York. Mike DeFelice will be the first one to face him, batting for the first time. DeFelice looking for his first hit since his call-up. One strike. They'll be followed by Andy Chavez. And then Julio Franco here in the 9th inning. Grounded in the hole. Jay rolled backhand, sets himself, rifles, got him, 1 down. Nice play, Jay Roll. He's had quite a game. He has been on base all 5 times, including a 3-run homer, and played excellent shortstop.
One thing about him, in those periods of time where his offense isn't there, his defense never, ever takes a day off. He is a tremendous defensive shortstop and very consistent. And that's what you want from your shortstop, day in and day out, make the plays.
Here's Endy Chavez batting for the first time. Endy hitting at .299. Lofts in the air to left field, right at DeLucci. 2 down. Now Castro's an interesting kid. I mean, he's only 21 years of age. And he has yet to give up a run in his appearance with the Phillies. And they've got to keep him on the roster or take a chance at losing him. And you don't want to lose a 21-year-old left-hand prospect like this guy.
No, and it's caused some problems because they've been short off the bench for a while. That'll all rectify itself next month for sure when you expand the rosters, or maybe before then.
And at the plate is a man old enough to be Castro's daddy.
And some.
48-year-old Julio Franco, soon to be 48-year-old Julio Franco, facing 21-year-old Fabio Castro. 2 balls and no strikes.
They are both from the Dominican Republic, Julio and Fabio.
Two balls and a strike. Australia knows a little guy who's going to get the fastball up there in the low 90s, 90, 91. There goes Julio's bat, and it helicopters all the way into the stands behind the New York Met dugout. Don't believe it hit anybody. Hope everybody's okay down there.
It hit a lady.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. Right there. And the personnel gets to him right away, gets to her right away.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Struck him out to end the ball game. Bills beat the Mets 13-0 tonight behind Cole Hamels and a torrid offense.
Friday, Evander Holyfield begins the road back. Live only on FSN. Holyfield returns to the ring after 2 years away in pursuit of a historic 5th heavyweight championship. The final chapter begins with Jeremy Bates, the best damn heavyweight comeback, presented by Honda Motorcycles. Friday on Comcast Sportsnet.
Sprint's August sales event. Now family calling starts at 7 p.m. Summer's here, and so are 2 free hours of unlimited calling a night only from Sprint. Buy one Samsung A640 for $29.99 and get a second one free. Rush in and enter to win the driver for a day sweepstakes. Winner gets 2 passes to drive the Monster Mile, 2 tickets to the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series race, trackside tour the day of the race, and autographed merchandise. So call 866-440-PLAN to find the participating